Hi, everyone. Good evening and welcome to In the Psychic Flow. So nice of you to join me tonight. I am your host, Carolan Carey, and we have, which I hope is going to be a great show. I'm going to be using my new Alchemy Floral Oracle cards. Can't even get that out. And so I'm looking forward to that. It's so nice to see everyone. Let me look at the comments. If you're watching us on Rumble, you could give us a thumbs up or a plus. That would be great. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you could like, share, and subscribe. That doesn't cost anything, and it helps us build up our audience globally, and it's very helpful to all the shows, if you wouldn't mind doing that. If you'd like to contribute to the show, you can use a super sticker or whatever that is there that you can send your money in. And we will take those people who donate towards the show first. That's the protocol usually. We give them a little bit of an extra message there, and that's the perk for that. But we will get to as many people as we can. As I was trying last week, I think it was last week, and I forgot Kim. So if Kim comes on, I'm going to take her no matter what place she's in. Oh, there she is. She's on. So I'm going to take Kim first this week. What else was I going to tell you? You can also see our shows on BitChute. And if you're listening on Spotify, iHeart, or Google Play, any of those platforms, any of the audio platforms, I will read out some validation if I get it, so that you don't think I'm crazy and making this up. So validation from our listeners, our viewers would be great. Sometimes we get some from Rumble that I can't see, but Tiffany will be reading those out for me. So what else? So as I said, you're not obligated to contribute to the show. If you would like to, as I said, the free thing to do, and it's very, very helpful, is to hit the like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And we'll also have Tiffany post our link to the Goldylocks shop online that you can buy some select goodies there to support your favorite show, and more things coming, and Goldylocks Productions in general. So it's all kinds of things on there, useful, practical, and beautiful. So if you would like to do that, that would be great. Thank you, Tiffany. Here it is. It's called shopspreadshirt.com, Goldylocks Productions, Goldylocks with a Y. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, my website is carolancarey.com. And if you'd like to make a contribution on Rumble, it would be through the Venmo account, which is Carolan-Carey. Okay, my table is wobbling all over the place. I apologize. Okay, how's that? All right, let's see. What do we have first? It's still kind of wobbling here. That's okay. Beautiful shirt and great color on you. Oh, thank you. Yes, they're having some bling. I was telling Tiffany I really didn't get to fluff up too much today. I took a nap, which I overslept, and so this is what you get. So I hope that's all right. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for your compliments. Appreciate that. Okay, so the first person, come hell or high water, I'm reading today is Kim, because somehow I managed to miss her. Hi, Kavita. Hi, Kate. I love a message. You're going to give me another reading last week, and it ran out of time. Oh, okay. Let me see what I'll see what I can do. Well, last week I think I was using the crystal ball. So in that case, it's not, for me, it's not as, it's a little different, because in the crystal ball, images just kind of swirl around. Not always quite sure where I'm going with that or what I'm going to get. So there's no guarantee with the crystal ball that it's for each person. And by the way, if I am using the crystal ball, which I don't have with me tonight, if something applies to you, raise your hand. If it's not working for the person I'm giving it to, or it applies to you as well, raise your hand. I think I posted, I'm eating honey, by the way. I think I posted on Facebook during the week that during last week's show, I got Black Watch killed. And I think I had gotten that the week before. And even my sister, who reviews the show for me, she watches it after, she watches on the weekend, said, did you ever find out who belongs to that Black Watch kilt? And I said, no, I'm not sure. Nobody took it. Well, I happened to be watching a history show on YouTube, which I do a lot, and the Canadian Black Watch Regiment came up. So I did post some pictures on my Facebook page of them and what the Black Watch kilt looks like. So maybe someone has someone in their history who's from Canada. That's where basically I think the Black Watch is from. So if that sounds familiar to you, a lot of people don't know their history either. So you might have to do a little research and find out if you had anyone in the Corps, in the military, or something like that. So anyway, so what I was saying about the crystal ball is if I'm pulling something, getting something, and you think it might apply to you, you can raise your hand, like that might be me. So that would be cool too. Thank you very much. So what I'm saying, Kate, is it's not always to me as direct as what I'm getting, but tonight we're going to be using these. So I hope you can see that. We're going to be using those cards. So that should be pretty direct. Let me just get the book too, because I like to see what they have to say. Oh, it's a good thing I did, because I had another card in here. Okay, so I'm going to start with Kim. Gigi, I know you're first. I'm just going to give Kim a quick message. I pulled a card for her last week and posted that on Facebook. So let's see what we got. Uh-oh, don't be upside down now. Okay. Not that it matters with this. But Kim, this is what I'm getting. Oh, look. This is called Cornflower Centuries. I don't know if I got that last week. Can you see that? And it says, a little reflection there. It says, hope in love. So Kim, this is for you. So yes, I do see something coming in love. We've talked about that before. And I get horses and cattle. So I'm still getting that same gentleman feeling. So I think you're going to meet him in your travels. And as somebody who has a very dry sense of humor, is funny, you'll find quite quirky, and you will get along with him. So there you go. So I love that for Kim. She's asked me a few times. So yes, there is somebody for you. And I am not a card reader, so as you can see, I'm not very good with them. Let me get to Miss Gigi. Thank you, Kim, for always joining us and always supporting. Appreciate you very much. What else was I getting on that? I'm getting a lasso, so you might have to lasso this cowboy, but I think he'll be smitten with you, Kim. Okay. Carnation. All right. So in here is, this is for Gigi, and it's carnation. And it says love, carnation, dianthus, carnation, dianthus, love. So yes, love is coming for you. We know we've asked about that previously. Let's see. And we have a gentleman in mind. And now I understand from Gigi that her surgery is being moved, right? So let us know where we are with that, Gigi. A lot of healing prayers out to you. Let's see what's going on. Thank you very much for sharing your gifts with us. Oh, Kim, you're very sweet. What does Gigi say? I wanted to hear about the gentleman. Thank you, Gigi. I wanted to hear about the gentleman that you wanted to correspond with. And so let's hear some more about that. And also let me know if your surgery, did you say September now? I thought it was going to be August. Now it is September. Let me see. What else we get on him? I do feel an answer from that gentleman. I think I've mentioned this, probably around September, by fall time, more of an interest. I think you'll be sharing more of an interest with him. So I do feel like a book in exchange, maybe like he's going to send you something in exchange with a note. So let's see if that happens. Pardon me, my nose is running per usual. And I do feel a lot of the love as the topic in your entrepreneurial work. I do feel love as being a topic among a lot of people that contact you. So I think you're going to be talking about that a lot. And I think it'll be very exciting for you. But by December, I think you're going to be feeling a lot better, Gigi. And the coronation, the adoration, or the guidance on this is surrender to the beauty of the moment, allow it to fill your senses, open your heart, and visualize it filled with soft pink light. Lovely. And let's see. Isn't that great? And the carnation was the flower of the gods. So very exciting. Very nice. Very and sentimental as well. Okay, Gigi. I really feel that so as I mentioned, September to November, I feel an answer from this lovely gentleman in response to what you had sent him. I do see more discussion about your book, so I think that's great. Talking about the new one, and the new one is going to incorporate some stuff about your fixing this table, about your business, your new business. So I think that'll be fun. December is great for feeling better. And 2023, 2024, I think I've told you this before, are going to be, I feel, dollar signs. So this is good and productive for you. I do feel there's something that you go to as much as you're going to be an entrepreneur. I do also feel that there's something that you're going to be going to. It feels kind of a casual, like through a casual acquaintance, working and earning some dollars. Isn't that interesting? I feel like it's somebody you're going to meet. Okay. If I get anything else on that, I will let you know. So we got Gigi. And okay, those are our super stickers. Okay, let me get back up to the top. Thank you so much. Ruth Saltman, how are you, dear? Oh boy, this is funny. This will make you laugh for okay. Well, maybe not. Let's see. This is called the Lily. And it's beautiful. There you go. It's not as much light on it. And at the bottom, it says fertility. So you're probably thinking, oh my God, I don't need that, right? What does that mean? So the lily, lilium, I'm saying lithium, like, depression meds. Lily, let me look. Oh, there it is. Means cast your ideas as seeds to the universe and watch them grow and gain strength. There you go, my dear. So it doesn't mean pregnancy and that kind of thing. It means growing your thoughts. So you should be able to identify with that. You talk about that quite a bit. So cast your ideas as seeds to the universe and watch them grow and gain strength. Love that for you because you have so many good ideas. Ruth Saltman is the show host of Transformational Soul Wednesday evenings. I'm going to watch your show tonight, Ruth. I understand you had Laura Romero on there, Angels and Healing Light. Can't wait to see that. So I will look at that show tonight. Ruth is an author. She's the author of 5 books, couple of decks of oracle cards, and she's a prolific writer. So please check her out. Check out her show on Wednesday evenings. Okay. Thanks, Ruth. All right. Let's see. Richard Riddle. Hi. How are you, dear? So now that you're in the gardening in the gardening part of your career. I love that for you. That is so funny. This one is upside down. Peace. This is called Cosmos. And I think I've had this for someone else before. I feel like there's the color. They're really pretty. And it says peace on the bottom of this card. And I like that because I think that's the only thing that you really seek in life. You don't think Richard doesn't seek fame or fortune or anything like that. He's more interested in having a balanced life, I think. That's what appeals to him. And let's see what this says. Do not give up when you think you're not making any impact. You may be nearing your goal and not knowing it. Giving up prematurely stops the magic. Hold on to your power and wait. And this card feels familiar. I don't think I gave it to you, but I might have pulled it for someone else. So I hope that makes sense to you, Richard. I hope that you can take that. Thanks so much for joining the show, as always. Let's see what Gigi says. My surgery got pushed back to September. Oh, because you got COVID. That's right. Can't catch a break. Need some good news and some insight. So healing prayers to you, Gigi. I can't believe that happened. Oh, my goodness. And I hope you're feeling better soon. Kavita. Here, I get this. Kavita, how are you doing, dear? And I did get your note. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. This is what I've pulled for you, Kavita, which is the Calla Lily. And it's a pinky orange. I don't know if you can tell on here. It looks kind of purpley. But anyway, that's the color for that. Card for that. And it says Calla Lily, rebirth, beauty, and purity. So I do feel we have a lot of that going on for you. Let's see. Calla. 1 second there. Here it is. Love is the answer. Well, we've talked about that many times too, haven't we, Kavita? You must access the feelings of love in your heart and allow it to spread outward, the sound waves through all levels of existence. Love is the only way to heal the earth. Well, that's lovely. That sounds like something Melissa Parks would say, doesn't it? So let me read that last part again. You must access the feelings of love in your heart and allow it to spread outward like sound waves. I read that wrong. Through all levels of existence. Love is the only way to heal the earth. Very nice. So, and I think you do that quite well, Kavita. You have a lot of, as we've said, you have a lot of gifts. I keep getting niche, Niche, for your next project that you're starting on. I think it's going to get snapped. What I'm getting is it'll get snapped up by somebody who is a publisher for that kind of work, like, a particular corner, or let me say unique, something that doesn't fit in a particular genre, I guess is the way you would say it. So I kind of get that for you. And so I think that sounds pretty exciting. Gonna love it. Okay, let's see where else we are. Got Ruth. Got my website. Hi, Kate. Okay, let me hit Kate again. Let me see what Kate gets. Okay. Oh, look at this. I love this. Here it is. Bells of Ireland. I don't think I've read this card before. This is Bells of Ireland. I wonder if I move this light, will this help a little bit? There we go. Maybe that helps a little tiny bit. There we go. Bells of Ireland. And at the bottom, it says good luck. So that you could definitely use. Everybody can use that. Let me see if there's a deeper little meaning there to that card. Let's see. Okay, what happened to bells here? Good luck. People are from many tribes from each of the directions. We share a common history, common ancestors, and one human family deeply linked and not separate from each other. So let me see what does that mean exactly? People are from many tribes, from many of the directions. We share a common history, common ancestries, one human family, deeply linked and not separate from each other. What I was talking about when I was trying to give you, I think it was you I was trying to give Black Watch to last week. And didn't seem to make any sense. But as I was saying, as I opened the program tonight, that we may have family or relatives that we're not aware of or we're not familiar with. So just because something doesn't make sense to us right away doesn't mean that upon contemplation or checking with other people, it might make sense in your family. So pardon me, this is the time of day my nose runs. So thanks for hanging with me while I do that. Thanks for joining us, Kate. All right. Let's see what else we have. We got Kavita, we got Kate, and we got Ruth, we got Richard, Gigi, Kim Smith. Okay, let's do. Did I miss anybody on here? Let me read some of the comments if I have any. Irene is on here. Do I know her? Let's see. And if you're waiting for a reading tonight, while you're here, if you don't mind hitting the like button, we'd really appreciate it. Worries. You are so welcome. Okay, thank you, Kate. And Kate, I don't know if you had somebody, grandmother or someone who made cakes, but I'm getting like bakery. Something about going to the bakery. Something about being in a bakery, cakes, sugar, flour, frosting, a lot of frosting. I wonder what that's about. So think about that. Irene. Oh, Irene from Facebook. Okay. I don't see Irene on here. And Ruth loves her. She said, I love that message. It's perfect. Thank you, Carolan. I am manifesting many new things in my life. Good for you. Kavita loves calla lilies. Oh, good. Love is what we need. And Kavita says, I'm doing a daily meditation, sending love and light in every organ and cell in my body. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Kavita. I don't know who Irene is. I don't see her on here. Not funny. That's my sister's name and my mother's name. All right. So let's see what we're getting. I was going to record some predictions and I didn't. And I was just commenting to someone, we keep hearing prep and things, because things could happen. We could have a lot of brownouts, of blackouts of electricity, internet, shortages for different reasons. What's going on? People think it's just what's going on in the United States. That's not true. Everyone is affected globally. As one of the cards said, we're all tribes are connected here. And, what's going on in Ukraine could affect the wheat production or the wheat products for here, because a lot of our farmland is not being farmed for wheat, or we don't produce things here, bread and such. Maybe we need products from overseas or from other countries. So if those things are not coming in, we're going to have a shortage of certain things. So we would affect pasta. There might be weather would affect rice. growth in places that are really getting a lot of rain, places that are flooding. We've had some awful flooding across the United States, and some of the predictions that I had mentioned did happen to come through. I had said in the last one that I was afraid it was I had seen an assassination attempt, and I knew it was an attempt because the person wasn't killed, and there were not ambulances there, but there were police cars in my view when I was doing the predictions on the crystal ball. And just right after that, I think it was a week after that, I guess it was a candidate, and I forget which state it was in now, the middle of, somewhere. This guy was campaigning. Excuse me. I knew that was coming. I was trying to prevent that, but didn't happen. This gentleman was campaigning and he was attacked. A gentleman walked right up to the stage, right on the stage. Is amazing that nobody could stop him. And I think you might have seen it on the news. And he had some kind of weapon on his hand that had like knives on it, like a brass knuckle with knives on it. And he was going to hit the guy, and he kind of pulled the candidate towards him. And then everyone jumped on him, and the candidate was pulled out. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But anyway, I had seen an assassination attempt, and perhaps that is what I was thinking. It was a rally, and I thought it might be Donald Trump, because it was a rally outside, and he's very known for all of those big rallies he holds. He draws a lot of people, so I was thinking, and it's outside. So that was kind of what the flash that I got through the crystal ball. So that one came through. We've also had some very bad weather I had seen going up the Northeast, and we did have that through Kentucky, Virginia, going up into New York State above Buffalo. Had a tornado, bad tornado. And where else was that got some terrible damaging? Las Vegas. Well, Las Vegas got that wacky weather through the casinos. That was really strange. I don't know if they get rain like that normally, but they were tremendous flooding. I saw people of pictures sitting on the roofs with their dogs. Did you see that on the news? I mean, that's, I think, unusual for out there. I could be wrong, but that's terrible news. What else was some of the predictions? Little shortages of things are coming. So I started the conversation by saying, there will be shortages of things. So if you can prep on that. And usually prep is people try to stock some dry stuff up, or things that are easy to make. If you can get boiled water if you can make boiled water over a flame or your charcoal or something, you can make a lot of things, mashed potatoes, some pasta things, you might want to stock up on those. Crackers, dry goods, that kind of thing. You might want to stock on that stuff. But I mentioned water. And the reason I mentioned water is because I think it was the same area where the flooding has been. They were not able to drink their water, or there wasn't enough water. I think there was only enough water in one state for 50 days because of either drought or contamination, or because they have to move the water from one area of the state to another. So there's different things going on that, we may not think of. So it's always a good idea to put things away just in case. And I noticed I've been using I put things away, and then towards the end of the month, when money gets a little bit tighter, I'm like using my supply of extra cat food, or, condensed milk, or not condensed milk. Who uses that anymore? Nobody. Coffee creamer, dry coffee creamer, things that I put away. So I'll be using that. So I have to restock. So don't forget to restock a few things. Kentucky. Thank you, Gigi. I know they had terrible weather in Kentucky. And Kate says, my great aunt was a huge baker at home. I never met her, but she was close to my mother, and I was named after her. You mentioned her a couple of weeks ago and said she was around. So yes, she is around. I'm glad that we got something Kate can identify with. Thank gosh. And she says, so I had set up bakery and cooks, flour, sugar, and a lot of icing. So that's great. So that lady is around you, Kate. That's very nice. I'm so glad that we had something that you can identify with. So as I was saying about the prediction, so I got a few things right in my book. Not that I want to be right about bad things, but I do want to share things that I pick up with you. Another good thing, I bought one. I haven't used it. I have to make sure it's charged. There's this little solar things like for charging your phone. You leave it out in the sun and it charges and you can plug your phone into it. It'll recharge your phone. So that would be stuff like that would be very important in case the power goes out. For whatever reason, we don't need they turn it off or storms or there's shortage of electricity, things like that. Coming up with everybody's talking about electric cars. I don't know how many people are getting them, but that is going to put pressure on our grids, our electric grid as well. So when people are trying to charge their cars, other people are trying to cool their house off. So, one thing affects another thing. So you may want to think about whatever solar panel things that you can get. I've seen those solar generators. They're kind of pricey, but I would love to get something like that for my house since we have so much sun here. And we've had some wicked storms recently. So you really don't want to be without fans or something going on in the house because it gets too warm. And for your pets as well. We want to try to keep it cool for all of our animals and our friends, little furry friends. Let's see if we got anybody else jumping on. So that was going on with the predictions. I don't like to do them because, I'm not seeing rainbows all the time. Kind of depressing, Let's see. Okay, we got her. Oh, Kavita says, mentions that was Lee Zeldin. That's right. Who was running for governor of New York. I know him because I worked with his mother. Well, we're so glad that he was okay. When I had seen an attack in the crystal ball, or what I said to me seemed an assassination attempt. That fortunately was not fatal. Fortunately, it didn't go. So I'm so glad that he's okay. Thanks for sharing that, Kavita. I'm glad that that's okay. Okay. Hi, Sarah. We have Sarah with us who is on Mondays, Golden Sunshine Healing Hour, 8 p.m. You'll have to check that out. She's the show host of that. How you doing, Sarah? Let's see if we can pull a nice card for her. Let's see what we got. Grape hyacinth. Isn't that funny? It's kind of an odd looking one, but I guess that's that's pretty. And at the bottom of this card, Sarah, it says power and confidence. Well, that feels like you to me. Let's see, where did our little book go? Where did I put our little book? I mean, the table's not, oh, here it is. The table's not that big. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Grape. See if there's a meaning here. Grape. It's a different grape. Interesting. Here it is. Peace, power and confidence. Destroy the dragon that pursues you and steals your confidence. You can make it disappear with one thought of love and connection. There you go. Weren't you recently talking about dragons on your show, Sarah? Something about dragons? I know Robin does, but I thought I had heard something about commenting about your dragons as well. Other people, when you're doing readings for other people, I thought that was pretty neat. So there you go. I love that. And you do have a lot of power and confidence. And I think that's going to help you out this year. Richard said, got the color violet. Yes. I like that, Richard. Very nice. So let me share some of the other things I was getting. I wrote down. Let's see. And I hate doing predictions because I always feel like, don't hate it, but I always feel like I'm bringing the bad news. But there is some good news as well. Even though I had downplayed upplayed, people don't want to hear it. But the three main religions I was getting are going to continue into the future stronger than ever because some people need that. A lot of people walk away from the ancient texts and stuff, but to me, there's a lot to be learned. And I did study nowhere near as many other people have, but for me, a little bit. And I do watch some shows on explanations, and I have taken courses on biblical translation, a little bit. Interpretation is what I should say. So the ancient texts are still going to be around. They're still going to be consulted. And we have a lot of scholars on that, and they're interesting to listen to. Looking to see where I put my little notes here. So the three religions, I don't know that much about the Muslim religion at all. And I know a little bit about Judaism. So those three are the three major ones. There are others, of course, but those are the three major. And the reason I say they're going to continue to be prominent as I look at the crystal ball is because they have the reach, the money, and the foundation. Okay. So they're still going to be here. They're still going to be with us. But the good news about it is a lot of people don't like those three. But the good thing about it is those are foundations for things. And if we like the Constitution and other declarations of independence, that kind of stuff, there's foundations from these religions. So once we kind of understand a little bit, it kind of helps us. Or maybe not. Maybe it confuses us. But they're still going to be around and prominent because they do have the stature and the money. Okay. So a lot of people are very spiritual. They're not religious at all. Excuse me. And don't care for those. They prefer to meditate and do their own explanation. That's fine. But you don't have the gravity in the metaphysical groups, and you don't have the power. So I do see them becoming, and there's no unification. Everybody kind of does their own thing in metaphysics. So, that's why. The good thing about the three major religions being still prominent is they are going to work together more than we have ever seen before. So I think that's really good news. And, if they use their money and power for good, that would be very helpful. And another reason they're going to be up in the forefront is because they are the ones who are going to they're going to be called upon to use their reach and their resources to help people globally. We've seen them over the years. The Catholic Church, and in particular, gets berated for this stockpiling their gold, their money, their assets, and they're going to be called upon to use these things. Some of the other things I was seeing, I had seen the conflict that we have going on right now between Russia and the Ukraine, that being a draw. And by a draw, I mean nobody wins, of course. Nobody wins here. Nobody really wins in war anyway. But in particular, in this one, I don't see a lot moving forward. I don't see it accomplishing anything. And I don't know what the purpose is. But the devastation, but those lands, that area of the Ukraine, the borders have changed so many times. People don't know whether they are Polish, Russian, or German. They have no idea. Or like Czechoslovakian. Those borders have changed. If you look at history, so many times before, during World War I and World War II, they have no idea anymore what's going on. So, and a lot of blood has been shed over there. I'm hoping that this will be the final curtain, is what I'm seeing on that area. This is it. We're done. Whether we're going to help fight this or what, I don't know, but I know it's going to hit a stalemate. So let's see what happens. And I do get somebody's going to have to run some interference, is the other thing that I get about that. Hi, Robin. Nice to see you on here, hon. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you. Hi, Robin. I'm going to pull a card for you, dear. I was just talking about you. I had something about dragons for Sarah. I think it was Sarah. This is interesting. Let's see. This is interesting. Oh, I've never heard of this one before. Queen Anne's lace I get for you, Robin. That's Queen Anne's lace. And the word on it says sanctuary. So like holding sanctuary, finding a safe place. So let's see what the meaning in the book says. No, Teddy, you can't go out yet. Let's see. I'm not seeing it in here. Oh, here it is. Sanctuary. Work with the earth and all her beings to create your own sanctuary. That's what I get, Robin, for you. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining. Robin is on Tuesday evenings. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. Tuesday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, we have a new show host, Gayla. She's on Thursdays in the afternoon. I have to review her show today if she had a show. Let's see what she was doing. New show host on Thursdays. I think it's 3 o'clock on there on Goldylocks Productions. You might want to check her out. She's from the UK. Let's see what else. Thanks for sharing, Robin. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you. So that's what I was getting on the predictions. So what are the lessons from the predictions? So why am I bringing this up? There are good things to come, but a lot of things we have to go through. It seems like we have every show host is probably trying to hold the vibration high. Everybody's, in the light, but we still have things we have to get through every day, dealing with high costs of like gas and things and shortages of things. But eventually this is going to end. It's very inconvenient. That's the bit I find a frustration, how spoiled I am. It's very inconvenient. That's what aggravates me. It's not like I'm going to starve to death, and it's not like I'll never get gas, but things could be inconvenient, and they're probably going to get more so, is my impression that I get personally, and from watching some other psychics work as well. But I think particularly Robin and Tiffany's shows, well, everybody's show is very positive. But if you look at on Sunday evenings, Ref and Tiffany's show, Spiritual Insight Show, she is very good at guiding us through raising our vibration, raising our energy levels. A great show. It's a great way to end your weekend and get ready for the next week. And the Spiritual Insight Show, 8 o'clock Sunday evenings with Reverend Tiffany Michelle White, Sage Woman. I think I got it all, Tiffany. So there you go. very helpful at remembering who we are as spiritual beings, that we can't be dissuaded by circumstances. We still have to do our soul work and our path and what we're here to do. So I really appreciate that, because I don't always stay positive. I'm like, ugh, don't want to deal with this, don't want to do that, blah, blah, blah. I also see a lot of different schooling. It's almost a lot of online schooling, which makes particular colleges or institutions more accessible to other people that live across the country, for instance, that wouldn't be able to take classes at a particular place. So I think that is good. We still need, COVID has kind of ruined us, in a lot of ways with going out. I was just talking about that. I said, God, I was out this past weekend with my daughter. I haven't been out in 100 years, it feels like. And now, of course, that is kind of scaring everybody again. I'm seeing some resurgence of that. But I think we have better ways to deal with it, different medications, and more practical ways of dealing with things. And I think everybody's going to have to make a decision for themselves, right? How they are going to protect themselves from that, and how do we move forward here? So some things are never going to go away, unfortunately. That's kind of what I get. But we're learning to adapt, and I think that's all we can do. I also get, I want to talk about independence. I feel a lot more of that coming through for us. Individual independence, and probably, as far as the United States is concerned, a freedom and independence and rights, those kind of things. People taking their power back is what I kind of get. I don't know what that means. I have seen civil strife, and I have seen civil unrest and those kind of things. I think we know that. I think that is expected at this point. It's a shame. It makes me sad, but that's what's going on. So we have to learn to protect ourselves from that, energetically or physically or whatever we need to do. I do see people really shocking people into the need to protect our children, our livelihoods, our religious rights, our freedom to express ourselves, that kind of thing. I think this is all going to be very pertinent. I just wish that humanity, and the United States in particular, wasn't so dumb about figuring things out. I mean, I don't know why everything has to get violent before we have a change, but that's how it is. So I ask you to pray for other people that are being attacked. We don't want to see prejudice or unrest and hurt. We don't want to see that anymore. We want to surround ourselves and our neighbors and our families in peace and tranquility. But we're going to have some rough times ahead, is what I'm trying to say. So that's why I don't particularly like to do the crystal ball on global. I love doing it for individuals. But as I had mentioned at the start of the show, it's not that direct. No, and I don't have any control. I can't just focus on one person. It's what I'm getting in the crystal ball. I cannot control what I'm getting. It's not like when I'm reading for a person, I'm on that person. I'm utterly focused right there. With the crystal ball, your intent is to read for that person in front of you, but other things may come in. More so that for me, because I'm not as used to working with that. We'll see what Robin says when Robin starts using her. Robin wants to use her mother's crystal ball, so we'll see what happens with that and see what I'd be very interested to see what she gets. Okay. Do we have any questions or anything? I have a little time. I think I read everybody. I think I pulled a card for everybody. Let's see. We can pull a couple more. I have like 10 minutes. See if I get anything else for our super stickers. Tatiana is here. Hi, Tatiana. I don't know if we've met before. Nice to have you join us. Let's see. Let me pull something for Tatiana. Wow. Beautiful card. I don't know if you can really see the cards. I love these cards because they're different. This is Floss Flower, and this is for Tatiana. I have read for you before? Okay, dear. This card is for you. It's called the Floss Flower. I don't know if you can see that. And it says, be present to magic. I love that. I hope that fits you. See what the deeper meaning is of that. Oh, this flower. There we go. Be present to magic. Perhaps a gentle breeze upon your cheek is a flower guardian, fairy, or a diva acknowledging your presence in the garden. I love that. So that is for you, Tatiana. I hope that makes sense to you. Isn't that nice? I didn't want to hop on your bandwagon. I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, maybe she means yeah, I'd like to do more work on the crystal ball. I'd love to hear what when Robin starts working on hers, if she hasn't already, what her experiences are with that. I'd like to do more on it. It's dismaying to me, personally, that, I mean, it's not that I don't see good things, but you'll see relevant things or things that require preparation for or protection from. That's kind of what I got. So that can be a little dismaying. You don't always want to see that. The good thing about it is it shows you eventually when we come through, and we will come through these challenges. They're only challenges for us right now, but we will come through this, and some things will not turn around in my lifetime, and I know that. That's okay. I'd rather have a few good years than 20 lousy years, but I see a lot of things. What's dismaying to me is a lot of things will not be accomplished in my lifetime, and I know that. So that's kind of dismaying, but disappointing. But at least to know that it's coming. Those are the great things that are coming. A lot of healing, different things like that are going to be coming out. And we keep hearing that, but we're not seeing it, right? So to me, it's kind of blowing smoke, and I don't like doing that. I don't want to create hopium. There are things coming. There are a lot of good changes will come from this kind of outburst, whether it's, and we seem to be getting it civilly across the nation, people's behavior, breaking out and in anger, but we also see it with the weather. Isn't that interesting that Mother Earth gets angry too, or she's cleansing too? So I wouldn't say I'm a climate change kind of person, but I can see that something is going on. That something is changing. I think it's hard not to see that. So I know that we will get through that. The best thing that we can do is be true to ourselves and remember our purpose. I got kind of down about what was going on globally. I haven't watched the news in a couple of days, so I really don't know what's going on. I needed a break. And was watching a great series that I had seen before, but many years ago, but I'm loving it and enjoying it very much. And as a matter of fact, I'm glued to it. I'm a binge watcher. So when I start getting a season of something like on Acorn or BritBox, I'm in it for 4 hours till I finish, the episodes, or 2 days, however long it takes. I don't know when to stop watching it. I just get so engrossed in it. I'm like, ugh, my life revolves around that. I'm like, okay, I'll do this, and then when I get home, I'm gonna watch, episode 4. So that's kind of how it is. But I'm learning to block things out. There's certain things, I can't make any changes globally or nationally. but I can make changes in my own life. And I can, if I'm depressed about something or things are not going the way I think they should go, I have to understand that there will come a time, as has been said by several people. Now, who wrote this? It wasn't, I know it's in the Bible. There are also some other things. Who else said this? Thomas More talked about it. You know, there is a time and there is a season, and we will be reaping some benefits, and we will learn a lot, and future generations will learn a lot. So that gives me hope as well. So we're a couple of minutes early leaving tonight. Thank you all for joining us, and I can't wait to hear more about your relatives. If anything that I have said, how you like the cards that I'm using or the crystal ball. If you have any feedback, please contact me on Facebook. Love to hear from you. My website, again, is carolancarey.com. Sometimes I realized the reason I wasn't getting my messages, I had turned off notifications. So if you're trying to reach me through that, it does have my phone number on there. It does have my email on there. So please, thank you very much. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please check out my website. That gives you the prices and how to contact me. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining us tonight, and I hope that we see you next week. Bye-bye now. Have a great evening.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.